Hey guys, it's Master Naturalist Tim, and I'm out here on Estero Bay today, and I'm hanging out with some manatees right now. So thought maybe here, look at this right here. This one likes me, guys. Coming back right now. There you go. Look at the size of that tail. Here he comes over on this side of me. He's coming back again. Here he comes again. Going right under my kayak, guys. Right underneath me. Coming back again. Just loving me right now. Here we go. I'm going to come up on the other side and you'll get a good look. Here he comes. He'll come up again. Just incredible, guys. The West Indian manatee, on average 1,000 pounds, can weigh much more than that though. And they're herbivores. That's what's happening out here this morning. Is there's a bunch of them that are out here on the grass flats, and they are grazing away. They're eating some of the different types of seagrass that we have out here, mostly turtle grass, shoal grass. And so I just happened to be going by while they were all grazing, and one of them heard me and came on over and started circling around me, and I thought maybe this would be a good time to shoot one of my little videos and see if you guys can get a good look at a manatee. And boy, did we ever get a good look at that one, huh? He came up several times. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back again. So we really got some great video, I think, of that particular animal right there. I'm just going to give it a few minutes and we'll see if he comes back, okay? So like I said before, manatees are herbivores, and because they are herbivores, they need to eat a lot of vegetation in order to be able to get the amount of nutrients that their bodies require. And so the average manatee is going to eat up to 10% of its body weight each and every single day. So what's that mean? If the average weight of a manatee is 1,000 pounds, then the manatee is going to eat approximately 100 pounds worth of wet vegetation each and every single day. So they're the lawnmowers of the sea. They are constantly grazing every chance they get, and that's why they like Estero Bay here, because there's a good deal of vegetation that is still available to these animals here in the bay. And so they come out here, and they, particularly in the morning, before there's a lot of boat traffic and such, they'll come and they'll get their breakfast, especially on the high tides. And they're amazing animals, guys. It's just, what other animal 1,000 pounds will come up to you the way that animal just came up to me like that. There's no other animal out there really that is like the manatee. They are the gentle giants of the sea. That doesn't mean that you should be careless, but you know, manatees are one of the few animals that are curious enough that they will come right up to you, approach you, and say hello. So manatees, because they graze so much, okay, they're eating all that vegetation every day. That, you know, there's a lot of grit in that vegetation. There's sand, there's you know, bits of broken shell, different types of crustaceans, and you know, barnacles, whatever, that are on the seagrass, okay? And so it's rough, it's gritty. And so manatees, they don't have any incisors or canines. Manatees only have molars. And you know, when they're eating all that rough seagrass, what happens is eventually it'll start to wear down the enamel on the manatee's molars, its teeth. And so when that happens, that tooth will fall out. And let's say that, you know, it falls out in the middle of the jaw area, okay? You know, many other animals might grow that tooth back in the same general location, but not the manatee. When a manatee loses a tooth, it'll grow the new tooth at the back of the jaw, and it will then force all of the teeth forward, and it will close the gap that way. And that is what they call the marching molars of the manatee. And manatees, my friends, are able to lose and replace their teeth over their entire lifetimes. So it's something that's really quite interesting. Now, did you see when that manatee approached me? You know, he just kind of was floating in the water so gracefully, and it looked like he really had ultimate control over what he was doing. And well, that's because he does. Okay, manatees are able to control their buoyancy, and you know, not only do they have massive lungs that hold a lot of air in them, but manatees also have twin diaphragms. They have two diaphragms, and they have muscles around those diaphragms that whenever the manatee, you know, contracts those muscles, when he flexes those muscles, what will happen is that will condense down the size of those diaphragms. And when the diaphragms get condensed down in size, what will happen is the body of the manatee becomes more dense, and the effect is that the manatee will sink. Now, if the manatee relaxes those muscles, the effect is that the diaphragms will expand, and the effect is that the manatee will come to the surface. And you know, manatees can actually pop right up out of the water, almost like you were holding a balloon below the surface and let it go. I mean, when manatees can pop up, they can really pop up out of the water. It's amazing to see them do that. But guys, if a manatee holds those muscles at just the right amount of pressure, the manatee will neither sink or float. Manatees are actually able to maintain what we call neutral buoyancy. So that means they're able to stay suspended in the water column. And so manatees have ultimate control over their buoyancy. And that's why quite often you'll see manatees that, you know, are just lumbering away in the water. They're just sitting there resting a foot or two under the water. Or maybe you might see them doing somersaults or barrel rolls. And you know, manatees, the water for them, it's their playground. And you know, they have a lot of fun with it. I have hundreds and hundreds of times seen manatees that are quite clearly enjoying going for a swim and rolling around and doing all kinds of acrobatics. So they're absolutely amazing animals, guys, and you know, it's something that everyone at some time in their life should have an opportunity to see. You know, I know a lot about manatees, of course, but I still learn things all the time about them. You know, they're complex creatures, and you can learn for years and years and years about them. And you know, I don't think anybody can ever really say that you know it all when it comes to manatees, because the complexity of these animals is such that we just simply can't understand all the processes that are happening. So it looks like that was my visit for the day, but wow, was that ever exciting, eh? That was really incredible, guys. That manatee, you know, I saw him circling around, and I thought, oh my god, maybe this is a good chance to do one of my videos, and sure enough, he came right up and he said hello to me. You know, a lot of these manatees are familiar with me. They know my boat. They've seen me out here for years and years and years, so it's not very unlikely that, you know, manatees approach me. They do it all the time, but I'm glad that it happened right while you guys were with me, and I was able to get some video of it. So everybody, I hope wherever you are that you're having a wonderful day. Get out there and enjoy nature, no matter where you are. Go see some white-tailed deer or something. You just make sure that you get outside and enjoy some nice, fresh, healthy air. This is Master Naturalist Tim, and just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.